Welcome to Xi Jinping Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: Donald Trump wants to escalate a U.S. trade war. Did it work the first time? Donald Trump wants to escalate a U.S. trade war. Did it work the first time? Yahoo! A U.S. trade war could be significantly detrimental to consumers who are already suffering from inflation. The U.S. levied tariffs on thousands of products, valued at $380 billion, in 2018 and 2019, which cost the U.S. 166,000 jobs, according to the nonprofit Tax Foundation. Although the tariffs reduced the share of U.S. imports coming from China, there was an increase in share from Mexico and Vietnam, which may have been used to bypass Chinese tariffs. One U.S. manufacturer, Ken Fritz of Marsh Cabinets, supports tariffs as a way to protect U.S. producers, saying that Chinese firms flood the market with cheap goods. However, Ishwar Prasad, a professor of trade policy at Cornell University, said that a 60% tariff on Chinese goods would hurt the U.S. economy. He said, imposing a 60% tariff would turn a fence into essentially an impenetrable barrier. It would shut the U.S. out of the global trading system. Hello, viewers. I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world, here to bring you the latest news and analysis. Today, we delve into Donald Trump's desire to escalate a U.S. trade war and whether it worked the first time. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The U.S. has already imposed tariffs on thousands of products worth a whopping $380 billion in 2018 and 2019. These tariffs did manage to reduce the share of U.S. imports from China, but here's the catch: it led to an increase in imports from other countries like Mexico and Vietnam. It seems like a classic case of playing whack-a-mole, trying to bypass the Chinese tariffs by shifting production elsewhere. While some U.S. manufacturers, like Ken Fritz of Marsh Cabinets, support tariffs as a means to protect domestic producers from Chinese competition, not everyone agrees. Ishwar Prasad, a trade policy professor at Cornell University, warns about the consequences of imposing a 60% tariff on Chinese goods. He argues that it would essentially isolate the U.S. from the global trading system, turning a mere fence into an impenetrable barrier. Now, let's talk about the impact on consumers. A U.S. trade war could be detrimental, especially for those who are already dealing with inflation. The nonprofit Tax Foundation estimates that the previous tariffs cost the U.S. a staggering 166,000 jobs. Ouch! So, what's the takeaway from all this? Escalating the trade war may not be the best solution, as it comes with consequences for both U.S. producers and consumers. It's like trying to kill a mosquito with a sledgehammer. Sure, you may hit it, but you'll also wreak havoc around you. Now, I want to hear from you, my brilliant viewers. What are your thoughts on this issue? Do you think escalating the trade war is a wise move, or should there be alternative approaches? Let's discuss. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.